Welcome to the channel, lovely viewer. Hope you're doing well. If you're interested in music, please subscribe to the channel and let's head on to experience this song in a new way. So passionately, her voice was everywhere right here, flooding us with the opening vocals. Softly numerous they were, and the instruments hints at something grand to come. So high and resonant she sings here. Amidst her backing vocals, Gaga sings, caught in a bad romance. Lady Gaga dips her fingers into the leather of the celestial intro and tears it savagely as she sang, Ra 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 mama, Gaga ooh la la. The instruments in the beginning vanishes, to surface drops of beats as Gaga is singing, Want Your Bad Romance, and her colossal ship cuts through the thick clouds with a tail of fire behind it, enraged with its flames as the instruments hardened with continuous savage's beats, and Gaga sang above them ferociously, Ra 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 mama, Gaga ooh la la. Standing atop her black, burning, monstrous ship is Gaga, and she sang, Want Your Bad Romance, and Lady Gaga collided with the ground monstrously, and leaped from her ship to stand on the ground and sing the first verse. With her black ship eating the ground beneath her, Gaga walked out of the flame with a tight black leather vest upon her chest to sing, I want your ugly, I want your disease, bringing the ground beneath her to life with her high heels of leather and latex. As she sang, I want your everything as long as it's free. Determination is infused into her vocals as she catwalked upon the desolate ground. The instruments behind her vocals, which are projected from her burning black spaceship behind her, rage with its beats, and its heart exploded as Gaga sang, I want your love, 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 love. Each time she sang love, it bursted with flame, biting through the ground more and more with its fire. With black gloves that reaches her elbow and snow-white diamond dripping from them, Gaga sang, I want your drama, the touch of your hand. And the instruments feeds the savageness in her vocals with its strong beats, dropping and crashing each time. And Lady Gaga moved her blonde hair from side to side to sing, I want your leather-studded kiss in the sand. Her ship behind her spreading its hands of fire further and further, consuming the ground and making a forest of fire behind Lady Gaga with its instruments. I want your love, 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 love. And Lady Gaga ripped her black leather vest to expose a bra dripping with snow-white diamonds, and the chains of diamonds dripped to reach her thighs, which made her body glisten like thousands of stars. And Lady Gaga dropped herself to the ground as she continued singing. She crawled with a back arched like a cat towards him, with fangs unsheathed to bite through his bad romance. As she sang, you know that I want you, you know that I need you. With her instruments of fire forest behind her, dropping beats of an anticipated chorus, Gaga sang, I want it bad, your bad romance. And all the trees within the fire forest behind her exploded like fireworks as she sang the chorus. As the trees of her instruments soared towards the heavens, so did Gaga. She stood on both of her feet to belittle the height of the man before her, as she sang, I want your love, and I want your revenge. She spread her hands widely, with the diamonds dripping from her sleeves and her bra, and out of her crimson lips came, you and me could write a bad romance. And her backing vocals emerged from the heart of her night ship behind her, to infuse her fire with more wind. And the tongues of flame swirled around her devilishly, and Gaga held the tips of the tongues to soar herself higher and higher as she sang, I want your love and all your lovers' revenge. She floated in the air before him as her backing vocals soared higher and higher behind her. And as she sang, caught in a bad romance, the ship of her instruments grew a forest behind her, beyond the reach of an eye, dropping its beats as Gaga sang the post-chorus. Like long swords of black metal were her legs as she jumped from the sky to land harshly into the ground, digging its surface with the tip of her heels. As she sang, Rara, Romama, Gaga, Ulala. She catwalked towards him, with the tears of diamonds dripping from her body and blinding him with her stars as she sang, Want Your Bad Romance. And Lady Gaga dipped a nail of ruby into his cheeks, and what oozed out of his cheek had the same color as she sang the second verse. With sharp-edged vocals, she sang, I want your horror, I want your design. And her nail stroked his cheek to leave a red line of rosewood. Now the fire of her instruments enclosed around them, leaving no way to return from this love. Gaga turned her back to him to sit and recline her side on cushions of fiery woods, and she sang deadly, 'Cause you're a criminal as long as you're mine. The instruments around her vocals rocked the ground, and her black ship of music grew ever so big, as if the night was blooming amidst the day. With her claws of crimson dipped into the woods of her fiery cushions, Gaga roared, I want your love, 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 love. And with each time she sang love, a fiery tongue would cut through the clothes of the man before her, never harming his skin, only touching him with her love. With the electronic beats coming out of her black fiery ship of instruments and the forest of fire raging and spreading wider and digging deeper into the ground with its root, she sang, I want your psycho, your vertigo stick. Deep fatality was in her vocals as she sang the lyrics, like she could cut through you with just a vocal. Now that the land around them was consumed with fire, and Gaga has expressed her desires for him, and has also expressed how she has accepted his bad romance and all the flaws in him, she wants to leave this burned planet with him by her side. But she won't leave until she strikes her last line. So she stands before him and crushes the fiery cushions beneath her feet and turns to walk towards her ship as she sang the bridge. As Lady Gaga turned her lethal heels toward her ship, the fire moved aside to make a way as she catwalked, singing, with a steady tone, Walk, walk, fashion baby, work it, move that girl crazy, dropping the words one after the other, with the steadiness moving the lyrics. As she walked proudly, Lady Gaga raised her right hand to the skies and made a lioness claws of her palm, as she continued singing, Walk, walk, fashion baby. The way she sang these lines gave them a fashion-like mood, marching before her man towards her ship and digging her heels into the ground to produce the beats that accompanied her vocals here. As Gaga reached the door of her night spaceship, she turned to find her man standing before her, so she clasped his hands and sang the second bridge emotionally. Her emotions seeped out of her vocals as she sang, I want your love and I want your revenge. And her eyes filled up with tears as the instruments lowered beneath her vocals, and Gaga sang with hidden sincerity in her vocals, I want your love, I don't want to be friends. A tear oozed from the corner of her eyes, and her heartbeats rang so loud in her ears as she sang, Je te n'amour et je vais t'en rêvant. and a tear after a tear bloomed out of her eyes and rolled over her cheeks to drop on the ground. And as her tears touched the ground, it hissed blue fire at the red ones. So she pulled him to her chest and sang to him, Je veux t'amour, I don't wanna be friends. And her desperation for his love made a protective circle around them, as the instruments started raging more and more and burning hotter and hotter out of her control. So she tried to protect them with her love as she sang passionately, I don't wanna be friends. Pushed the fire from them and pushing their pain as she sang again, I don't wanna be friends. She pulled back from him and held his hands to put it on her raging heart and screamed, want your bad romance, to the fire that was trying to kill them now. Lady Gaga locked her eyes with his to connect their desperation for love and sang at the walls of his heart, want your bad romance. And the walls crashed around his heart to let her fiery love flood his frozen heart with her heart's warmth, and he tightened his grip around her hand, and with hands clutched together and hearts beating with love, they ran towards their ship. They ran away from this dying planet and sailed out of it, like a sword of fire in the sky, and into the infinite possibilities within the universe, now with love filling their hearts, their lungs, their eyes, and their bodies. Their target is the baddest planet, the planet of love. Now that we've reached the end of this video, I hope you enjoyed it, and please tell me what your thoughts are about it in the comment section below. And if you're interested in the channel and its future content, please click the subscription button and the bell to be notified. And thank you so much for the support.